In this video, we're going to explore the relationship between mass, moles, and molar mass. So we can use the following triangle to find the relationship between mass, mole, and molar mass. So if we take a look here, right here, this is mass, which is measured in grams. So if you're given a value that's not grams, you need to convert it to grams. This is molar mass, which is measured in grams per mole, which we've been practicing with. And then this is the symbol for moles, which is little m. So if I were trying to find out the number of moles, the way you use this triangle is you cover up the value you're trying to find out and you look at the remainder. So if I were trying to find the number of moles, the remainder would be mass over molar mass. So if two substances are above and below each other, that means that you divide. So the number of moles would equal mass over molar mass. Okay? Say I was trying to find out the mass and I knew molar mass and the number of moles, then I would cover up little m, and then these two would be left side by side. So little m is equal to the number of moles times molar mass. And imagine I knew mass and I knew moles, but I didn't know molar mass. I would cover up the big M, and that would leave me little m over little n. So mass over moles. And that would tell me the molar mass. So keeping this triangle helps us very quickly figure out the relationship. Now, if you're really good at rearranging formulas, then I would suggest just memorize this formula and then rearrange as needed. But if you have a hard time rearranging formulas, I recommend remembering this triangle and then using that to help you figure out how to solve for the missing value. So let's just recap a little bit. So if you remember, one atom of carbon has a mass of 12.01 atomic mass units. Then we learned that a mole of carbon has a mass of 12.01 grams. So 12.01 grams per mole of carbon, that's how many you have in a mole. That's also equivalent to 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23 atoms. And that's also a mole, and it also equals 12.01 grams. So all of those things are equivalent values. So now we're going to practice using our triangle. So the first question, we're being asked to solve for moles. So we're going to calculate the number of moles of sodium bromide in 152 grams. So what I like to do is keep the triangle at the bottom, and then I can keep track of what I know and what I need to know. So 152 grams is our mass. So we write that part down. So 152 grams. Molar mass, we're going to need to calculate. So we need to find the molar mass of NaBr. And then this is the value we don't know. So when we're solving for mass or molar mass or moles, you may need to do a side calculation. You may actually need to calculate the molar mass before you can start plugging your values in, which is what we need to do here. So the first thing that we need to do is find the molar mass of sodium bromide. So M of NaBr, and that's equal to the molar mass of sodium plus the molar mass of bromine. So that's equal to 23.0 plus 79.9 grams per mole. So we add those two values together. And we get a value of 102.9 grams per mole. So now we're ready to calculate how many moles of sodium bromide we have. So M for moles equals the mass divided by the molar mass. We know that the mass is 152 grams. And we know that the molar mass is 102.9 grams per mole. So we plug those values into our calculator and we should get an answer of 1.48 moles. So there's 1.48 moles and 152 grams of sodium bromide. In our next example, we're being asked to solve for molar mass. So the question is, find the molar mass of an element if 0.33 moles has a mass of 8.02 grams. So let's write down the values we know. So we know the mass is 8.02 grams. We know that we have 0.330 moles. So we don't know this value, the molar mass. So we're going to rearrange the formula. So molar mass is equal to the mass divided by the number of moles. So we have 8.02 grams and we have 0.330 moles. So we'll plug those values in. 8.02 divided by 0.33. So we have 24.30 grams per mole. Now if we look that up on the periodic table, we can actually find out what element we're looking at. And the one that matches is magnesium. In our last example, we're being asked to find the mass of 2.0 moles of sodium fluoride. So the value we don't know is mass. The value we can find more about is the molar mass of sodium fluoride, NaF. And we also know that we have 2.0 moles. So the first thing we need to do is find the molar mass. So the molar mass of NaF is equal to the molar mass of sodium plus the molar mass of fluorine. So we look those values up on the periodic table. So the molar mass of sodium is 23.0 grams per mole, plus the molar mass of fluorine, that's 19.0 grams per mole. So we add those two values together, and we get 42.0 grams per mole. Now we're ready to solve for the number of grams. So we want to know the mass. So that would be equal to the molar mass times the number of moles. So that would equal 42.0 grams per mole times 2.0 moles. And that will equal 84.0 grams. And that is how you find the mass if you know the moles and the molar mass.